got pretty decent storage actually, Aaron. No way. What? Dude, you have to check this out. Welcome to the brand new 2024 Salem Wildwood View 29 View. So the View is a brand new series that just dropped from Wildwood and Salem. It's fantastic. I'll get to kind of the 5 criteria to make it a View in a little bit. But what I want to talk about in this particular model is the fact that this is actually a bunk model. I know what you're thinking. It looks like a rear kitchen. You'd be absolutely right. And there's a couple things that I absolutely love about this. Just wait till we get to the bunk room. Your mind is going to be blown. Super, super cool. So let's real quick talk about the 5 things that make it a View. One is the fact that you have solid surface countertops. And I love, love, love they're able to do it in this price point. I think it's fantastic. Love having true solid surface, especially in a rear kitchen like this floor plan. Another one, and this is why they call it the View, of course, is your window. Every single one in the View series has over 50 square foot of window space. This particular one has an impressive 105 square foot of window. Folks, if you have a gorgeous campsite, can you imagine? I mean, if you are parked out at the lake, the beach, maybe you have mountains in the background, or maybe you just like to have a lot of natural light like me, this is perfect. You get a great view out to your campsite. The other 3 things that make this a View series, one is the fact you don't have a campside slide. There is no dinette in here, and you have your fiberglass sidewalls. Now, this kitchen is great, and because you don't have a dinette, you have plenty of bar stools, so you have places to sit and eat. You can see you have 4 bar stools here, and I actually prefer this. This is how I eat at home. I want to be able to look outside. I love, love, love having that. Don't need a table. I think this was a great move. Pretty good storage in here, too. You can see all the storage down below. You know, right beneath the sink here, underneath the sink, plenty of room there for a trash can. That's always a big one for me too. Hate having my trash can hang out. Of course, storage up top and along the side there. You know, pretty standard stuff here as far as the 3-burner cooktop, microwave up top, everything that you need in your kitchen. And because you have solid surface, of course, they undermounted the bowl. You have the high-rise faucet with your drying rack plus a cutting board right over here to the side. Now, as we make our way in a little bit further, 12-volt Furion compressor-driven refrigerator, plenty of cold storage space. Open that up so you can take a look. I mean, you know, a lot bigger than what you're used to, especially at this price point. And then we kind of get into our pantry and entertainment center. So you'll see that that one does have a motion sensor light. Love having a pantry for some of that additional storage space. And as we come around, I'll show you the entertainment center real quick. So, you know, again, storage on both sides. I love this. Gives you a spot for a TV. But I like the fact that if you don't want a TV, you don't have to have one here. You want to put a painting here? Go for it. Or how about the TV that can look like a painting? Those ones are pretty cool too. That's a perfect spot for it there. You'll also see that you have your multimedia center down below. You know, again, this is a soundbar, HDMI input on there, a couple zones because you do have speakers outside. We'll see in a little bit. Fireplace underneath with that cool mirror front. Definitely a very unique look. And then the sofa in this thing, take a look at this sofa. This is again, the windows instantly like drew me in. The sofa and the countertops are what sold me. I mean, I love having this much space and great storage underneath, super easy to access. You can see, of course, you know, it comes with the bins as Wildwood and Salem have been very well known to do. Drop this down, you can see again, all those bins right there. Love that it comes with it. Super simple and easy storage access. One of my favorite things, no, definitely my favorite thing, when I talk about the coolest feature of this, you're like, well, this looks like nothing. You'd be absolutely right. But what is that? What do we have down there? Huh. Well, my friends, welcome to Narnia. How cool is this? You walk in, you have a desk there. If you want this to be your office, you have bunks. I'm sorry, my kids would go nuts for this. I would love to have had this as a kid. You get your own space. You have bunks up top and below. This does fold up. If you want all this extra space, strut assisted, so you can use all this as storage too as you're going down the road. You have the storage bins right up there. You can see you have spot for TV hookup as well as a shelf, and right here is a forced vent. So this is for your AC. There's actually a fan in here, so it draws that AC into this space so that it's not hot in here. And again, windows everywhere, USB ports. You want the desk, like, as I said, perfect spot to have it in here if you want your little office. But as a kid, This is probably the coolest thing you will ever see in an RV. It's like, it's like a hidden tunnel. How much did you want a tunnel as a kid, right? This is kind of the same thing. You have your own secret room in the RV. Hide out back there. I think this is, again, just, it's RVing reimagined, right? It's something we have never seen before in the industry. It's really cool. Also, take a look at the slide fascia. They redid this. I love this look. Rather than having that big chonky, blocks up here, and you got like the big thing in the center that just looks terrible, and they try to put their name in the center of it like it's something you want printed all over, and we all know it's not. It actually looks like crown molding. Thank you for classing it up a little bit, making it look nice. 30 amp solar charge controller does come standard, as does a 200 watt solar panel, and this one's 50 amp standard with a second AC option. So again, if you want to keep things nice and cool in here, which of course you do, I definitely recommend the second AC. This is awesome, right? I mean, they didn't have to do this. They could have just left this a normal door, but why do that when you can make it just kind of grab the eye? It's attention grabbing. I like it. I like, it serves no purpose other than to look cool, and I'm here for it. Then we take a step in the shower. Yeah, look at this. I can fully spin around in here. I got plenty of shoulder space. I'm a pretty big guy. I mean, I'm 6 foot, currently about 210 because I keep eating too much and getting, a little bit bigger here, but I have enough space to be able to move around quite easily, and skylight right up top. I mean, you could probably be 6'2", maybe even 6'3", still be able to stand in here quite easily. And then if we take a look over to this side, I kind of like how it's open down below, right? Like, I don't know, just kind of, I like that feeling. There's plenty of space for a trash can, mirrored medicine cabinet, looking good. Lots of room in the bathroom. I can get in here. I can change if I have to, right? I mean, how often do you have a travel trailer bathroom and you can't even move in it? Speaking of being able to move, come on into the bedroom here. Look at this. Yeah, that's right. They have the Versa-Tilt, because in Wildwood, Salem world, everything is Versa. So they have the Versa-Tilt bed, which essentially is a folding bed, or a bed lift. I don't know what you want to call it. It lifts up the top. And this is really cool for a couple different reasons. One is it gives you all this space to be able to walk through. And not only does it give you space to walk, gives you space to change, gives you space to be able to get to your laundry. You want to do washer dryer, boom, put it in there. If you don't, you got a shelf, put yourself in a tension rod, you have extra wardrobe space, but it allows you to get over there and get to it. The other thing, why else is it good? Well, let's say I want to sit here and read a book. Yep, I can sit here, I can read a book, I can hang out. If I want TV, there's TV hookup right there. I can sit here and watch TV. Or what if you got a little bit of a stuffy nose? It doesn't have to come all the way up. You can raise that guy up just a little bit, have that nice tilt. That way, you're not hacking up a lung all night. I think that's a pretty cool feature. And as I mentioned, you can get that second AC like this one has. For dirty clothes, you even have a handy little pantry, and that goes right into our outside storage. Speaking of outside, what do you say we go take a look? As we take a look at the outside, as I mentioned earlier, a few things about the view. One is the fact you have laminated sidewalls. The other is the fact that you don't have any campside slides. And why is that important? Well, if you have any kind of deck or anything, you can set it up against here, right? You don't have to worry about the slide. You have a ton of camp space, and that's all underneath this massive 22-foot power awning. So they give you huge camp space because they know that you want it, you need it, and that's exactly what the View provides. Now, this is the biggest one in the View lineup, well, outside of the 42 View, the Grand Lodge, but this is the biggest one in the travel trailer size. This one comes in just under 35 feet and under 8,000 pounds. Of course, you have your solid step entry with your big grab bar, as you would expect. As I mentioned, that big power awning is adjustable there, LED light strip too. Up front is a power tongue jack as well. You'll also notice your big pass-through storage here. So you get a nice big pass-through storage door. You have the dry erase on this side, which is kind of nice. Whether you want to let kids doodle on it, or if you just need to do like a to-do list or a packing list, something like that, it's perfect for it. And then again, you can see kind of that space inside there is quite large. Your stabilizer jacks are the quick setup, super easy. You have the pin there so you can pull it, drop them down, just a couple turns and they are good to go. Honestly, easily the fastest stabilizer jacks in the industry. I actually really enjoy them more than I thought. A lot of people like power jacks. I'm going with the quick drop. They are just so much quicker to use. Making my way back a little bit further, as I mentioned when we were inside also, you have outside speakers here, plus you have TV hookup if you want outside TV. The windows, folks, that's where it's at. They are tinted, as you would expect, so that way people aren't you know, peeking in there, definitely want some privacy, but I love the fact you have 105 square foot of window space on here. Outside griddle, yes please. Get rid of the cooktops. Nobody uses them. You know, I don't want a 2-burner cooktop out here. I want a griddle. This is actually usable. I love that they put it in here. You get your mini fridge as well, which is obviously super important for all of pops, dad pops, everything else you need. Outside water hookup is going to be here as well. And then on the other side, of course, is things like our black tank flush as well as our water hookups. And as I mentioned, this one is 50 amp standard with that second AC option. Folks, if you're looking for something that's big, that's wonderful, that is probably one of the coolest, absolute coolest bunk room designs on the market, this one right here is the one, the 29 View. And if you're thinking, Ian, I love it, how much is it? Well, that's gonna be pretty simple. All you have to do is click on the link in the description. It will give you nearest availability and price to where you are located. That way, transportation, shipping, everything else is already factored in there for you. And you can come and check one out, and I highly recommend you do it because I'm telling you, they are awesome. As always, folks, I'm Ian Baker. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, we'll see you.